Hello everyone, BK Adams here. Just going to show you a quick video of my Mighty Protectors Multiverse campaign that's been going for about a year, maybe over a year. I don't remember exactly when I started this. So anyway, this campaign I originally started and I was using Roll20, and then I found out about Foundry, and I decided that I would try it out. So this is from the player's perspective. So I have, let's see, I have 7 players in this campaign. It started with 6, and then it went down to 4 or so. I've set the map, at least for this video, for the New York area. So this is Mighty Protectors Superhero Rules, or VNV3, and the campaign is based in modern day New York City. The heroes started off, they were 150 point standard power level heroes. They didn't have a base, they didn't have anything. There was an event that sort of brought them together, and then eventually over time they had a base made, and they've had lots of adventures, and they're almost at 100 experience points. I think the last thing I ran, they're either at 97 or 99. So anyway, here's a map of New York City that I took from Google Maps, and all these little red squares are different adventures they've had, or maps for adventures that they've had. There's a lot more that aren't on this map. These are just the ones that are in New York City. And some of these are also like the player characters, like apartments or where they live. So anyway, so I've got Stellar Hawk's character. This is Jeff D's character, and I'm just playing him for now, playing his character. So each one of these hexes, let's see, is 400 inches. I don't know. Let me zoom in, see if you can see it. So 400 inches. So yeah, every hex is 400 inches. This isn't a 100% accurate map. It's pretty close. It's probably around 90 to 95% accurate, something like that. But for game purposes, it's fine. It doesn't have to be, it's not the real world. There are superpowers. So who knows, maybe in this universe, the map is a little, the world is a little bit smaller. But in any event, it doesn't really matter. It's mostly accurate. So I will show you, I can view the active modules. Let's see, active modules. So if you want to screenshot this, these are the active modules I'm using for my superhero campaign. I think that's all of them. So if you are inclined to use Foundry and you want to, you want some modules recommended, then here's a list that most of these I use. Pretty much all of them I use, I think. So you can take a screenshot of that if you want. And the other thing is, so one of my other players is Don, I'm forgetting his last name. Anyway, Don wrote, he is a programmer, and he wrote a module for Foundry, which some of you, if not all of you, might have already seen. And if I double click on the character, this is the character sheet. So he created the character sheet for Foundry. And I guess, let's see, I'm in the, if I go to the GM, so this is what I just brought up, is the Foundry game, the program. And it obviously has more options than the player screen. Let's see, what was I going to show you? If I go to, I'll probably have to, let's see, configure settings, modules. I forgot what I was going to show you. I guess it doesn't really matter, but let me go back to what the player sees. Oh yeah, so that's what I was going to show you. I was going to show you the game system. So I do have to return to setup. So for game systems, what you would do is you would get Foundry. If you're going to run it as a game master, you're going to have to pay, I believe the fee is $50. So if you just Google Foundry, space VTT and go to whatever the website is, you can get the Foundry system for $50. It's a one-time fee. That's all you pay. So you get it, you install it, you turn it on, and one of the first things you want to do is you want to go to Game Systems, the Game Systems tab, and you want to install, you want to filter, or you want to find, let's see, you want to click on Install System, and then package name would. So if you type in villain or probably just VI or VIL, here it is, Villains and Vigilantes 3, Mighty Protectors. I already have it installed. If you click on the link, it's going to pop up. Where it is online. And here is Don's notes about it. And his goals. So he's had at least a couple of, here's the change log. Let's see, that was the initial release last year, and then he's had 1, 2, 3, looks like there's been 3 or 4 total releases of this, and it's great. It works way better than if you were doing it on your own. All right, so enough of this. Go back to the game. All right, so, let me just exit out of this. I have to relaunch it. And so it starts up paused. So you want to unpause it, and then I will go back to the, I'm just going to refresh the screen. Let me go back to this and log in. Okay, so like I said, I've been running this campaign for a year, and they have this base. It's on an island, very close to Rikers Island, and in reality, the name of this island is called the North Brother Island, which is basically an abandoned island. So it's actually pretty cool. You can Google it and read about it. So here's Stellar Hawk. Here's his character sheet. All of his powers you can see. He started with a base 150 character points. He is currently at 97 earned experience, and it will handle attacks. It doesn't automatically handle combat. You still have to, for the most part, do it the old-fashioned way. But it's a great character sheet, and that's what it looks like. So if I click on base hangar, okay, so that doesn't work. So if I just move the counter onto that, so here we go. Here is Stellar Hawk in their base's hangar, and they have a vehicle, and this is all in. You can make vehicles in the Mighty Protector system. You have to have a hangar or a garage for them, and this is their vehicle. Let's see, let me go back to it. And this is one of the cool things about Foundry. It's very visual. It's perfect for superhero games. And here we go. The roof essentially pops off. So I did this, but it's possible with Foundry. It's not that difficult to do this. And this is what the inside of their flying vehicle looks like. It has space for, or it has 6 seats because the team has 6 members. I guess technically they have a 7th person who's not a member, sort of a guest star. They have bunks that 2 players or player characters per bunk, so they can actually sleep 8. There's a toilet, there's some parts, and then there's the various subsystems. And let's see, orbit, if I click on that, it should take me to space. So yes, it did. So here is a Mighty Protectors version of space. These are based on real star systems, and the systems in green are the ones out of Mighty Protectors. So here's Parator down here to the, this is a 2D map, but the numbers of the in parentheses, if it's a plus, that means it's above the planar of the map, and if it's a negative, it's below the planar. So you can figure out, how far away something is in light years. They have had an adventure on Parator. Let's see, they've had an adventure. So Parator is down here. They had an adventure way up here somewhere. I don't remember. I think it might have been the star system. DM45 1184. I think that was it, but it could have been something else. So anyway, so this is the star system. This is within, I believe, 50 light year radius. Every one of these hexes is a light year, and it is pretty accurate as far as the star systems and their names and everything. Vandar is way over here, and let's see, I don't remember what the other, well, there's Geos. So anyway, you can see most of the Mighty Protectors, the alien races. Farash is up here. So they're all fairly close. They're all within, I think about 20 light years. So let me go back to the map. So here we are. And this Delta Wing counter. So there are, the character sheet also handles vehicles. So here's the vehicle sheet. It shows all the systems for the vehicle. The armor, it's got a force field, it has a laser, it has flight, and it has hyperflight. The hyperflight has charges. The flight system is just power from their total power. And so that's pretty cool. So anyway, so if I leave the hangar, I can, let's see, I can go, they have a cave level, which is kind of like the cave in Batman, that Batman has. And here is that. So here's here's a room with some science labs. This room doesn't really do anything. They have a dimensional portal with a sound effect. They have power generation. You can kind of hear the hum. They have a revivification system. So if someone were to actually be killed, they could bring them back. They have a room that lets them see the past and the future TV and radio that one of the players built. They have a submarine, and that is the area the submarine is held in. They have like a danger room that did have a bunch of robots in it, but the robots got reprogrammed to kill them, and so they discontinued that. This is how you get to the sub. I'll just click on this. It'll take me to the sub. So here I am inside the submarine. And let's see, if I click on this one, I believe it takes me out to sea. So yeah, this is when their submarine is out at sea. You can kind of hear a submarine kind of sound. You can look through the windows. The various systems, vehicle systems, are colored. So it has a sonic blaster, it has sonar, it has lights, it has a robot brain, it has invisibility to sonar. They can leave the vehicle through these airlocks. So, realistically, you wouldn't open both at the same time. You would open one door, then close it, then open the outer door. It would flood it, and then you could walk, and then you could swim outside. I don't remember. Okay, so at one point I had it where it would make the wavy effect on the counter itself, but that caused problems, so I got rid of it. But you can see there's sort of a wavy effect going on, and if you're in water, you would be swimming, which is 1/4 your normal speed. So for Stellar Hawk, he does have flight. He actually has a huge flight. So 48, so he could just fly at his slowest speed at 12 inches underwater. So he could be flying along, and these are also 2.5-foot squares, so that the vehicle squares are not tiny, because the vehicle rules there's a sound effect. So this would be like the propellers or whatever behind the submarine. So let's see, let's go back in the submarine. And again, this sort of has a roof on it, so you can't really see inside. And I made the windows one way, so you can't look in, but you can look out. So if I go back inside, the roof pops off, and we're back inside. And of course, the doors would be shut. All right. And let's see. Here's more bunks, and you can see there are windows, and they let you look outside. There's a toilet, and here's the engine room, power generator. It has a rear sonic blaster that that shoots to the rear, and then there's the speed, which only works on the water. Those are the systems. So anyway, so that's the sub, and then let's go back to the base. So I want to get out of the base, or I want to get out of the sub. And all right, so I guess that's a bug. It took me back to the New York City map and put me in a strange area. So anyway, so let me go back to the base hangar. So that worked. And I've already shown you the vehicle, the flying vehicle. I've shown you the submarine. And I'm going to go up to, I've shown you the cave level. Now I'm going to show you the first floor. So this is the elevator. This is their sort of meeting room where they always meet. These are the other characters. They have some guest characters. Ashtara is Asmodan's daughter from the Abomination Realm. Sohura is their butler. She is a ex-Core War soldier. Mizuno is their cook and bartender. And Winged Victory is a guest star. She, of course, was one of the characters in my World War II campaign. And she has been helping out. The name of this group, which I neglected to say, they are called the Strangers. Because they all kind of had a disparate or different backgrounds, and there was no logical reason for them to be together other than they all kind of appeared at the same time to fight off a threat to New York City. Here's their teleportation room where they can teleport. I believe it's 7,000 miles. Their communicators system is here. There's sort of a front entrance area that doesn't actually do anything. And this base is also hidden it has a illusions that just disguise it to make it look like the way it normally looks. Here's the butler's room, I believe, and here's the cook's room. There's bathrooms and a closet. Let's see. So nothing fancy, just open space and a bed. And then there's some more systems back here. They have some water breathing suits. They have some spare parts over here. They have some healing kits. They have some laser pistols that also operate as flashlights. They have sort of a grapnel device that is basically used as handcuffs. And so that is their... the stairs also work, but I'm not sure that teleporter is working. So I'm going to go back to the main room and go back in the elevator. Let's see, hangar. I want to go to the second floor. So I click on that, and here's their second floor. These are basically all the bedrooms of all the heroes. All the bedrooms look the same, so they all basically look like this. There's a bed, nightstand, there's a space, a dresser for clothes and whatnot, bathroom, shower. So kind of typical, nothing fancy, closet. And as far as I know, none of the players have ever said they wanted to make their rooms unique in any way. Here are the stairs, one going down, one going up. They do have sort of a holding area for supervillains, and there are systems that can reduce strength or intelligence or I think cool. Here's their holographic system. I believe it's 16 spaces that projects an image around the whole base to make it look like basically a deserted building. Here are their Sky Cycle minis. Again, these are vehicles. They're supposed to be able to double click on them, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I guess that's broken on my part. And then lastly, there is, let's see, stairs up. We'll see if this works. And here is the top part of their base. And they have a telescope as a system, which lets them look around in a pretty far distance. See if we can go back down. So that worked. Let's see, maybe the other stairs work. So stairs down. No, that one did. So at least one of the stair teleporters is not working. But the elevator works. So let me go back to the elevator. And first floor. It takes me down to the first floor. And let's see, the one thing I haven't shown you, I can go outside the front door to the island. Let's see, I guess I have to drag myself onto it. And here is the base every square is 5 feet. So you can see the base is not really that big, even though it's multi-level. And this is the island, the North Brother Island. Let's see. This teleporter takes you back to the New York City map. And then there's like a path here, and this teleporter takes you to the island. So I guess I have to go on top of it. And so here is the island, and the scale here is every hex is 7 inches or 35 feet. There's some other buildings. These are all basically dilapidated, deserted buildings. The overgrowth on this building in the real world is actually, I don't think anything has been touched on this place in like 100 years. And one of the adventures I had is that I put a sanitarium that was operated a long time ago. And so that's also on the island. They had an adventure that involved this place. Let's see, I have to drag myself onto it. And here's that map. So it was basically it had ghosts and a malevolent spirit, and it was a lot of fun. But this is the map. Let's see, I'm gonna go inside, and again the roof pops off, and this is a multi-story building, but this is what it looks like. So I guess I'll end this video here. It's already gone on pretty long, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.